edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on
You got this.
and the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams.
Giants at 3-4.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
That is a flag already. Come on.
And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, so that's a great starting field position as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well,
Come on.
free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Wow.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
There we go.
Get those 3 picks, as you noted. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. A look at the numbers from last week for Miller. 15 carries, 62 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Going up top for Kupp. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
And they got a touchdown, of course.
He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a 1st-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First down, Bears.
Now Foles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Come on, man.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming
There we go.
This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Ram.
On 2nd and goal. Foles. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Jimmy Graham. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Oh, they could have intercepted that, guys. Come on now.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Airing it out deep for Woods.
And there's a freaking flag. Come on, guys. Really? That's not what we needed. Ugh. Come on, man.
4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Lamar Miller. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier, the
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Usually we see runs like this.
They don't have freaking
later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Goff on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That good for 19 and a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams defense getting ready to go again. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it, break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 38, Foles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Foles. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's Foles. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they'll begin by running the option. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. Looking left sideline. Incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it.
Come on.
Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
Come on, guys.
They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Still first down.
Man.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's
Yes.
inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Wow.
Darrell Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Cordero Patterson had the 2nd fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They begin with a run by Miller. And
Good job.
Nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. Got a man open.
Good job, defense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds.
Oh, he was out.
Have a Rams first down as
Oh, what? Wow.
First down, LA. Goff finding Reynolds there.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And there's
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
17, Rams 14.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
good job.
Contact brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pick.
Come on, guys. We gotta watch Cooper Kupp, guys.
40-yard line.
Throwing again is Goff. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds.
Come on, guys.
Yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. He'll get this one to
What?
Cup.
Wow, I missed completely.
Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
This guy is just throwing to Cooper Kupp like it's ridiculous.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the
And Jimmy Graham's injured. Great.
open space, maybe swing the ball to, what's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff.
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Patterson on the draw play.
Come on.
As he's across the 40 to the 41.
Robinson on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And Gen's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun handoff to Patterson.
What are you doing? Number 68.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Oh, hold on,
Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battle space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That was stupid.
And incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target, and it's third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Come on, go to the ball.
Up the snuff and coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point.
21.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive starts for the completion, left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Good job, defense. Let's go.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt
No.
too much. Keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They run with Patterson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And that's it.
Caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson.
If I see someone open, I'm taking
his
it.
second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this
Let's keep it this way now.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake
They're gonna
things
run.
up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try to hit something big
There you
to get
go.
things going in the excitement area.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Miller.
There you go,
The
defense.
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they
There you
take it
go.
down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And 3 yards. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 1st down Bears. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And
Let's go, baby.
35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Foles with the completion there. You might remember he spent 1 season with the Rams in their final season in St. Louis, actually. That was 2015. Went 4-7 in 11 starts. But the Rams would go on to draft Jared Goff, #1 overall, the following spring.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic?
And the flag. Oh, freaking course.
They got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Following the penalty, Montgomery. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. And we hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. 2nd down at the 16-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Nice catch. 3 people watching. Hello, the 3 people.
That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Love killing the Rams.
Everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
First down, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Well, the 2nd down.
I missed that completely.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Yep.
Now a first down throw, Goff. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 40.
Other timeouts.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Goff. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool.
Not really.
Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Hold on. What? Oh, girl. You eating lettuce? Yeah, I figured that. That's a little toasty. That's alright.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's got Miller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
what a hit.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
15 seconds in the 2nd quarter. Come on.
There again. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
And that's that.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. To Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 27-16, the final score. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final. In the game you're watching, it's the former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I gotta pause. Gotta pause. Hold on. Good girl. Oh yeah. All right.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On first down, it's gone. Open man is Higbee.
Good hit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
37-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Goff. Reynolds with a catch.
Good job, defense.
Complete to Josh Reynolds.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And they'll run it from the gun with
good job, defense.
Again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line.
Can't believe Houston friggin' is now 2-5.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
Intercepted! Yeah, boy!
Johnson.
Let's
First
go.
drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution, it's not just performance, it's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
At the Rams' 36-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Foles.
And there's an
Robinson, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it.
And there goes that game.
Clear. The 30, 10, and he will bring it back.
Man.
Interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Oh, that's a fucking
another
one.
shot on offense following that pick 6. Now it's Patterson.
I got two.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Nice. Nice.
And he's going to be out of bounds.
I got two people left again.
He takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
36-yard line.
Foles. Oh, there's that.
That's a first.
It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
1st down, Bears.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
There's Foles. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost
Oh, wow.
A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fighting
safety valve here. That's complete.
That's fine.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Well, that sucked. That's fine.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep
I got 3 people watching.
keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll run it again with Miller. And
there you go, defense.
Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight.
Nope.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got a man open. It's Wims. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And there's a flag, of course.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Dang it. That kind of sucks.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Wow.
Coles coverage that time by Aaron Colvin.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it.
And intercepted again. Come on, man. Just threw the ball away.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Stupid.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff.
Oh, come on. We could have intercepted that.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On the play by Kyle Fuller.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Three yards remain for second down.
This is Miller. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Fielded just inside the 20.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles.
Damn it. Come on.
Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
Rams take over 1st and 10.
LA set to take over again on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
And there's a
get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Where's our timeout?
On 1st and 10, Goff setting up the screen for Miller. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Goff throwing again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
To the air again, Goff.
Yeah, good job defense.
And incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Go for it.
Down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he he's out of bounds.
Yes.
And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line, 1st and 10
at their 38. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And 7 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
There we go.
Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On 1st down, Patterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Foles caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there.
Alright, we need to give our other players some chance here. Let's give...
2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
There's a play. Oh, that's fine. It's a delay game. It's no big deal. We'll take it. It's fine.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And a bounce back here for him after a slow start. And sometimes that's how it goes with tight ends, those catches in their game.
I got to do something. Where did everything go? What's the collection? I literally seen everything that I had in front of me now. And now, where's the one? Look at that healthy glow. Look at that healthy glow.
They can go in waves at that position.
And you get so locked into stopping them that you think, okay, hey, look at that. We've held them down. And the best ones, you really don't hold down for an entire game. They're going to get their catches. Your job is to keep them from being big-time catches that break you down totally.
Going up top for Cup. And that will
yes, he dropped it, thank goodness.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun. Gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talks about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Fine,
their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
What's up, almighty Eli?
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right.
And down goes Jared Goff, baby. Let's go.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete.
Thank you.
On the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Now in desperation. He's got
And they got it. Wow.
And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oof, good job.
It's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
2nd down and 10.
Now it's Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They're building up an onside kick.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays.
And that's done.
You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should.
We're going to take a knee right here.
Down to a knee here. The defense.
And they're going to use another timeout.
See if they want to use them. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. As they'll
It's okay. We're done here anyways.
to go in the football game. And they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
We're just going to hold this. And that's that.
There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.
That ends that.